Hello! I spent the day organizing all of your journals and getting a hold of those of you that didn't quite have it shared with me. And I am hoping to very soon get into some conversations with all of you about what you have written in your journals. I'm very excited when I was looking back at all the work that you have done. You really have accomplished quite a bit in the first, 3.5 weeks or so that we've been on online learning. That, along with your book logs, have simply been amazing. So as I was looking at some of yours, I think some of you were a little confused by our new format. I want to explain it again. I'm in an English classroom. Here's the lesson for Wednesday. First, you're going to watch the video. It's not posted yet because I'm making it. If you look at today's, right there it is. All right, so you're going to watch the video. You're going to click on it, and then you are going to click on our Google site. Now, I created the Google site because I became frustrated. I wanted you all to see what it looks. I wanted you all to have access to all of our anchor charts, and it just wasn't working on Classroom, so that's why I did it this way. Now, on here again, you can see all of our anchor charts, as well as I'm trying to keep up our examples, at least the ones for the week, and then if you want the past ones, they were all in my notebook over here. Okay, so as I scroll down, your first order of business is to read 20 minutes and document your reading in your log. I don't care if that's the first thing you do. Some of you keep telling me, oh, I love reading before bed. That's great. I love reading when I wake up. That's great. That's how I reward myself after I'm all done with my homework. That's wonderful. But I do encourage you to read at least 20 minutes every day. If you are having a tough time finding a good book, or if you're like out of reading materials at home, let me know. We have a wonderful reading team that's been helping me. I will try and help you. They've been helping us a ton find different things. We have Ms. Mills, Ms. Shart, Ms. Clavette. They've been helping lots of kids. So please let us help you, but let us know that you need that. Okay, your second order of business, if you haven't watched the video already, you will then. And then the third order of business, this is the fun of the day. Today we are going to be talking about form. Okay, form, and we are going to continue on with our work with figurative language and imagery. It's something that I just can't emphasize enough. Good writers use that. So today's poem is brought to you by Ms. Shart. She happened to meet this wonderful author named Ralph Fletcher. If you're looking for something wonderful to read, he's the guy. Funny, but yet sentimental. I love him. And she discovered this poem called The Good Old Days. Now notice that this form is in poetry, and that she wanted me to give a shout out to all of you poetry lovers out there, and the ones that I can remember, Ashlyn, Grace, Hyla, Annika, Mercedes, Anaya, Kanessa, Katrina. I'm sure there's more out there, but you're just ones that I can remember off the top of my head that you really gravitated to those poetry books. And again, the lesson today is sometimes memoirs are written in forms that the authors are comfortable with. In this one, we're going to give you the option to do a nice structured form. Okay, this is The Good Old Days by Ralph Fletcher. Sometimes I remember the good old days, sitting on the kitchen floor with my brothers and sister, each on our own square of cool linoleum. I'm fresh from a bath wearing baseball pajamas. Mom gives us each 2 cookies, a glass of milk, a kiss goodnight. I still can't imagine anything better than that. Notice how it's written, right? He picks a structure where there is 2 lines per stanza, and a stanza is like a paragraph in a poem, okay? And he has 1, 2, 3, 4 stanzas. Now, when you make your own, maybe you want to break that form. That's okay, but if you feel you need that form, go ahead. What I am hoping to see is this great imagery. I'm fresh from a bath wearing baseball pajamas. It's very vivid in my mind. I can picture a kid like that, each on our square of cool linoleum. I can see multiple little kids on this cool linoleum, kind of like, you know what, it's the end of the night, but we're getting our snack, because I can imagine those chocolate chip cookies coming out. All right, now we're going to see another poem, and Ms. Shart wrote this. So thank you so much, Ms. Shart, for taking the chance and letting us read your poem, The Good Old Days. She starts off the same way he does. Sometimes I remember the good old days, waking up to the crashing waves. I love that word, crashing. Very vivid verb. Leaving the comfort of my bed to join Dad at the steering wheel. I love how she uses join. Great, great. She doesn't go with Dad, right? Joining Dad, looking around and seeing nothing but blue water. I can see that image, feeling the cool, crisp wind. A little alliteration there. Whip, strong verb, at my face. I still can imagine, I still can't imagine anything better than that. She ends with the same two lines. So, one option for today's writing will be to write a poem similar to what Ms. Shart did, right? She wrote the first two lines of Ralph Fletcher's poem, then she wrote her own stanzas in there, right? About her own memory, about in the boat with her dad, and then she used Ralph's at the end. I can't imagine anything better than that. Do that. That's one option for you to do. If you want to change up, maybe, 5 stanzas instead of 4, or 3-line structure, that's okay with me. What I'm really looking for is that vivid imagery. I'm looking for one moment in time that you explode, right? You can pick a different form if you wish. You can continue. A lot of you are writing some amazing memoirs just in paragraph style. That works, right? And we may get to this on a different day, but I read Hey Kiddo, and it is in graphic novel form, right? It's a collection of his memoirs in here. That might be an option for a few of you. You might want to draw, and then you just take the picture and you put it into your notebook from that picture. I'm okay with that as well. I know I have a few of you, Mile, Kirk, that might want to write out a rap. Anything works. Good writers dabble in different forms, but they also begin to work with different forms that they're comfortable with. We're just wanting to make sure that you're using very vivid imagery as well as strong verbs. When you're completed with all that, fill out the form. I think a lot of you missed the form yesterday. Please, on the bottom here, what are you having problems with? How can I help you more? Give me some suggestions about how I can help you more, how I'm doing my best. This Google site is based off of somebody telling me, hey, there's too many links. It's getting too confusing. So hopefully I didn't make it worse for you. Please let me help you and contact me with whatever questions you have. Have a wonderful time dabbling in poetry. I'm looking forward to hearing about your good old days.